Hello class, let's do the second revision for chapter 7, which is about continuity of functions. Now before we start trying the question, let's recall back the important formula for this chapter. The first one is, if the limit of fx as x approaches n exists, then the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. The second one, if fx is continuous at the point x equals n, then the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit and also equal to fn. Now let's try this question. In this question, you are given the function g. Then you are asked to find the left hand limit and right hand limit of function g at x approaches 0. Then determine the value of k such that the function g is continuous at x equals 0. So first, we try to find the left hand limit first. When left hand limit of gx as x approaches 0 means x is less than 0. So means we need to choose x power 2 plus 2x plus 5 as the function. Once you have chosen the correct function, then you will be given 1 mark. So please show that you choose the correct function. Then we substitute x with 0. So after simplify, we will get the answer 5. Here, another mark is given. Now we go to right hand limit of gx as x approaches 0. So this means x is greater than 0. So means we need to choose 3 e power x plus k as the function. Then we try to substitute x with 0. Then when simplify, the answer is 3 plus k. So here it is another mark for the answer. Now we need to find the value of k. Since we are given that gx is continuous at x equals 0, so means we need to write down the formula for gx continuous at x equals 0, which is left hand limit of gx as x approaches 0. It is equal to right hand limit of gx as x approaches 0, which is equal to g when x it is equal to 0. So now, since the left hand limit is 5, right hand limit is 3 plus k, so we just substitute the value here. So after substitution, you will be given 1 mark. Then after simplify, the value of k is equal to 2, that is another 1 mark. So here, it is very important where the students need to write the formula of the continuity of the function, because based on this formula, then only we can say that left hand limit, which is 5, is equal to right hand limit, which is 3 plus k, in order to find the value of k. Now we go to question B. In this question, you are asked to determine whether the function is continuous or not when x equals to 0, when x less than 0, and when x greater than 0. So now we go one by one. When x equal to 0, actually this one you can get the answer from A, where in question A you are given that the function g is continuous at x equals 0, but provided that k is equal to 2. Because question A, you are asked to find the value of k such that function is continuous at x equal to 0. So we found that k is equal to 2. Means the condition when k is equal to 2, the function is continuous. When k it is not equal to 2 means the function is not continuous. So means you must put in the condition when k it is equal to 2. Next, we go to x less than 0. When x less than 0, from the question, we can see that the function is x plus 2, x power 2 plus 2x plus 5. So, since this one is a quadratic function, and we know that all quadratic functions are continuous at all the value of x. So, from here we can make conclusion that when x less than 0, this quadratic function gx is continuous. Now we go to x greater than 0. When x greater than 0, the function is 3 e power x plus k. Now here, since k is a constant, so means we need to consider all the value of k to determine the continuity of this function. So now first we consider when k it is equal to 0. When k it is equal to 0 means the function is 3ex. Now we look at the graph of 3ex. That is the exponential function for the region x greater than 0. So we can see that the graph is continuous. Then when we consider k is greater than 0, where k is positive, so means when k is positive, and when we look at the graph, so when k is positive means we shift the whole curve upwards for k unit. So when we look at the curve for the region x greater than 0, same thing, you can see that the graph is continuous. Then next we go to k less than 0, where k is a negative value. When k is negative value, when we look at the graph, negative means we shift the whole curve downward for k unit. So when we shift the k unit downwards, the curve is like this. So when we look at the graph, so for the region x greater than 0, so also same thing, the curve is continuous. So from here we can say that k does not give any effects on the continuity. So therefore we can make conclusion that gx is continuous for the region x greater than 0, and we have to mention that k does not give effect, so means this one is valid for all the value of k. Now during the examination you don't have to write the which is written in the red ink. You only need to write those which is written in black color ink, because this question is only given 3 marks, so one answer for 1 mark. So red ink, this one you don't have to write. I just use this one to explain why the answer can be like that. Thank you, class.